You need a drink after work? Have some Prosecco. Brunch, Prosecco. Lunch, Prosecco. Before dinner, Prosecco. When is there a bad time? As you can see, the ice bucket is out, which always makes me happy. So we're doing the second installment of our sparkling wine lesson. In the first part, we learned about champagne method and traditional method sparkling wines. If you haven't seen that yet, please be sure to check that video out. Today, we're going to be learning about the Charmat process, or you can just call it the tank method, which is perfectly fine with me because it kind of helps to remember how the wine is made. So as you can guess, they use a tank. So unlike the champagne or traditional method, the second fermentation happens in a tank instead of in the bottle. The fermentation is super fast. It only takes 4 to 5 days, and then it is filtered, and then they add the sweetness all within the pressurized tank. So it is a very quick method, much quicker than champagne style sparkling wines, which takes months, years, which is why they are much cheaper, just because it takes less time. Different styles of tank method sparkling wines. The most famous is Prosecco. Probably have seen that all over. I think it's the best if you're making mimosas. You can make mimosas with any sparkling wine, but I think with Prosecco it's super tasty because of that bitterness. And same thing with Bellinis. If y'all are brunch people, I think Prosecco is a great wine. Another wine is Moscato d'Asti and Lambrusco, which is another wine that we're going to be trying. So the Italians really have the most famous wines that are made via tank method. A lot of like commercial Proseccos are made to be drunk within a year or a month of being bottled. Today I have a Adriano Adami Prosecco. It is DOCG. Not all Proseccos are created equal. Some Proseccos are, very commercial. And like I said, I think those are great for brunch, putting in mimosas or Bellinis. They're fruity, they're floral, slightly bitter, which is why I think they go really well with like sweet juices. Now, this Prosecco is a higher level Prosecco. So as you can see on the bottle, it says Prosecco Superiore and it's DOCG. And you can be sure that it is DOCG too, because it has that label or like a receipt on it. So Prosecco is from Veneto and another region, Friuli, Venezia, Giulia. Prosecco, similar to Cava, is just like a very casual drink. People drink it after work. It's not like champagne where it's like seen as like a special occasion. Oh my goodness, do you guys hear that construction that's going back right there? Honestly, it's like they know that I'm filming and they're like, let me make this really annoying for Vivian. Apple, pear, like white flowers. Ooh, it smells so good. I would love a perfume that smells like this. It just smells so fresh. And I would say this is like, you can kind of tell that the quality is really nice. I don't know, maybe you can see, but the beads are nice and tight and very small. So that shows that it's pretty high quality. So I'm very excited. Wow. Ooh, that acidity. But it doesn't have as much of the, it doesn't have the creaminess like a champagne or a traditional method sparkling wine, just because it doesn't sit on those yeast cells as long. This, it's only on yeast cells for like, I don't know, days, hours. So that's why it's a little bit of a cleaner taste. The grape is called Glera. Funny story about the grape name. So at one point, the name of the grape was Prosecco. So they protected their name by switching the grape to Galera, so that Prosecco is now in Europe only from these areas. Unfortunately, that's not really enforceable outside of the EU, and I think Italy is taking a leaf out of France's book and has seen how, because they protected it, they're able to, you know, monopolize. Monopolize? I don't know. I can't speak. You know, protect it and make sure that they're the only ones who make money from it. In general, the French are just so good at branding. Branding luxury, or branding like this is our own, this is French, no one else can do it like we can do it. But yeah, in general, Proseccos are meant to be drunk young. You're meant to be able to taste the fruitiness, which if you wait too long won't taste good. And I think that's why, another reason why Proseccos are not that expensive is because the turnover. It needs to be, it's like made quickly and it's meant to be drunk within a year. So that's why, you know, Proseccos are typically around like $10. This one, which is like a, you know, a good producer, DOCG, so a very high quality Prosecco, it was $20. To get a nice Prosecco, you really don't need to pay too much for good quality. Yum. So, highly recommend this Prosecco for sure, but having a Prosecco in your fridge, I think there's always a time to pop some bubblies and drink it. You don't have to wait for a special occasion for Prosecco. This is a new adventure. I've opened wine bottles with a pen before where it was kind of ratchet.